evening, everyone, and welcome to the Congo Hour. Happy New Year. This is our first Sunday, and as always, I am excited to be here. Trippy is coming. He's just running a few minutes late. But as always, we have a fun and exciting show. My first guest is a young lady. Her name is Tia, I apologize. Her name is Tia. And once I heard Tia's story, I was like, she has to come on the show so that she can share her story. It reminds me of Mr. Congo. He always shares. This quote didn't come from him, but he always shares this at our meetings, that people don't care what you know until they know that you care. And an organization got together, actually two organizations got together, I'm going to let her talk about it, and did something like over and above and beyond of whatever, for what she even asked for. And we also have a young lady that she is an author of a book. I think she's probably the youngest author that we've had here so far. And her name is Narissa, and she's going to come on and talk about a book that she has published that you can purchase. And then we also have Herb Broadwater to come on to talk about an exciting event that's coming up in a few more weeks. So without further ado, I'm going to go into my first interview with Tia. Welcome to the Congo Hour.
Thank you.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you also.
I was so excited when I heard your story. I was like, she definitely has to come on and share her story. So I know you have a letter that you would like to read. Okay, so go for it.
Okay. First of all, my name is Tia Kuntz. I'm a single parent of 7 children, residing in the city of Wilmington. First, I would like to thank God, who is the head of my household. Then I would like to thank the Delta Outreach and Education, Inc., 501c3, and the gentlemen of the Monday Club for adopting my family for Christmas. A friend who is a member of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Inc. participates on the ACTS Committee, sponsored by Delta Outreach Education Center, Inc. Asked could she submit my name to her sorority Adopt a Family program for Thanksgiving and Christmas. She then informed me that we were one of the chosen families. We received the Thanksgiving basket. The Thanksgiving basket was wonderful. She then told me that my family was then adopted for Christmas. On December 14, 2013, at the neighborhood house, we were invited to a Christmas party where we won all types of prizes. There were games. I learned Zumba. It was just outstanding. It was fun. She asked that I bring my children, so we did that. We were provided transportation. It was just fun. It was just fun. The Thanksgiving basket, which included turkey, milk, and all the necessities to make a good Thanksgiving dinner, was delivered maybe 4 days before Thanksgiving. But prior to that, my stove had clunked out. Okay, so we didn't have a stove. So the Monday Club went through, I don't know what they had to go through, but the men, they got us a stove. Upon coming in, he noticed little cousins running around, so he got us exterminators, so we were good for Thanksgiving as far as cooking. Then the ladies of Delta Outreach Education Center, Inc. made an appointment to visit me and my children at my house. They asked of our needs. Now, this is after Thanksgiving, after they delivered the stove, and we had a wonderful Thanksgiving. They came to the house and actually sat down with me. They asked the children's needs. They informed that our cook...
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Because I was just, I was speaking from the heart. Even though I had wrote it down, it was just so much that they had done for me that the letter that I wrote didn't do it justice.
Okay.
We got so much stuff: clothes, towels, washcloths, soaps. It was just so much. Space heaters. They noticed that it was kind of chilly in their living room. Food. One of the ladies still, Miss Diane Michael, she still comes by and she checks on the children. And her husband volunteered to put my daughter in dancing, dancing classes. It just keep me motivated at a time where I thought that it was going to be the worst Christmas. Last year and the year before that, my Christmas was terrible. So they came at a time where I was depressed and I was moping and I was angry. So they just really came in and did an outstanding job for me and my children. A couple days ago, they came and bought more stuff. Food, more towels, more blankets. It's just so much stuff. They went above and beyond what any adopted family or any outreach center would do. We appreciate it. Me and my children do. I have a list of names that I wanted to read off, if that's okay.
Sure, go ahead.
I first wanted to give a shout out to the Monday Club because we needed that stove. I mean, the stove is up and working. It's great. We were eating. Diane Michaels, Diane Hall, Denise Chapman, Angela Parker, Anna Krishnappa, and Ismail Ali, Glenda Brewington, and Bill Temple. I just want to say God bless them all.
Okay.
I can't stop smiling because I feel so blessed. I feel overwhelmed with gratitude, and I just hope. I don't know. I hope they get equally blessed, just as they did for us.
Right. Your children. How many children do you have?
I have 7.
7. And you have how many boys? How many girls?
1 boy, 6 girls.
No.
Yes.
I feel so sorry for him.
He's spoiled.
Oh, I'm sure
He's
he
spoiled.
is.
He's
So he
spoiled.
probably won't be able to have no girlfriends.
No girlfriend at all. Not even now. Nope.
But that story was very awesome. Like I said, I mean, you expected just to get like a basket and they would keep it moving, but it didn't stop there.
Right. They still keep in touch. How are you doing? I'm out of a job right now. Do you need transportation here? What are you doing as far as finding a job? So it wasn't just like they left me high and dry. They're still, they're on my shoulder. I have a lot of children, so it's not like I get a lot of free time to do things. So they really helped out, and they're continuing to help out. So I appreciate it. I really do.
Well, I appreciate you because not everyone has the boldness to even come on and share their story like that. So I definitely appreciate you for coming on and sharing.
When God blesses you, you gotta let it be known. And they really blessed me. And I really hope they get equally blessed.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because, Alvin, if you would be kind and put up I think I gave you the number. I'm not sure. It's 656-8892. 656-8892 is the telephone number that you can call to give donations for Delta Outreach and Education Center Incorporated. Or you can visit their website, and unfortunately we can't put up the website because it has the letter N in it. So Alvin, let me make sure that's the number, 656-8892-9982. Dyslexic, it's 8892. 656-8892 is the telephone number. And for those of you who are right near your computer, you can write down their email address is www.doecinc.org. Once again, it's www.doecinc.org. So that is the information that you can call. And I want to thank them so much too for going above and beyond because they really didn't have to do that. And then not only did they do it, but they reached out to some men, the Monday Clubs. I want to thank the Monday Club as you did for stepping in and coming in. And I mean, you got a new stove that you could cook your Thanksgiving dinner.
Crock pots, toaster oven, brand new dishes. I mean, they blessed us. They did that. They did.
Well, I'm sure you definitely deserve it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, just thank you. Just my utmost gratitude. I appreciate it. I really do.
All right, thank you. Okay, going to take a quick break. Hopefully Trippy is here by now, and we'll move forward with the Congo Hour.
Hello and welcome back to the Congo Hour. We hope that you have enjoyed everything so far. Right now we have a very special guest to the show. I'm pretty excited about this next interview, Wayna.
I know. Remember, she was going to come before, but she wanted to make sure that.
Yeah, we wanted.
You wanted to make sure you was here.
This is pretty awesome. So I'm not going to take up too much time.
But wait a minute, Trippy.
Yes.
I mean, you weren't here last week, you're here. You want to say Happy New Year or?
Happy New Year, everyone. I'm sorry. I was just so excited about our guests.
I know you were.
You know, I just wanted to get right to the interview. But yeah, definitely Happy New Year. I hope everyone is enjoying everything so far. Merry Christmas. You weren't here for Christmas, so did you wish everybody Merry Christmas?
I did last week.
No, you didn't.
I did.
How are you doing this New Year?
Better than I was last year.
All right, that's the goal.
How
just
about
to get
you?
better every day. Everything
But you
is
know
great.
what, Trippy, really though, and then we'll get into your interview.
Okay.
I started off really badly as far as my eating habits. Like, I've been eating pasta, like I've been craving for Miss Robino's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that one of your New Year's resolutions, as it always is, to eat better?
You know what, and it wasn't, so
okay.
but I mean, because I said I don't want to come up with a whole bunch of stuff like everyone does, say
Yeah,
I want to
I
do
didn't
this,
get
that,
it.
so I didn't really do any, but I know that I need to eat better. My clothes tell me I need to eat better, so
So how much weight are you trying to lose by April 1st?
I don't know, because
No,
I
we
haven't
need
gotten
to-
on the scale in quite some, I don't even want to get on the scale.
You have an idea, though. So how much do you want to lose? So we can set some goals and hold you accountable.
2 pounds.
No. How much by April 1st? It's January, February. We got 3 months to lose.
3 months, 2, 4, 6. 10
20
pounds.
20 pounds?
15.
15. Okay, 15 pounds. So you're going to weigh in next Sunday?
I'm sorry. What?
Okay.
Are you?
No. Well, are you?
Let's move on to your.
No, you wanted to talk, so let's talk. That's 15 pounds, and you're going to weigh in next. We'll both weigh in. I want to lose 10. So you lose 15 and I lose 10.
So why can't we both lose 10?
Because you need to lose a little bit more. That's all. so we're going to hold you to a higher
You said a
standard.
little bit
just a little
more.
bit, just a little bit. So, all right, that's the deal. We're going to hold ourselves accountable to the viewing audience. All right, so we're going to weigh in. We'll have a live weigh-in next Sunday. And Wayna is going to say how much she weighs. I can't wait for this. That's really brave of you.
Wow.
No, it really is, because a lot of women won't even tell you like that.
I know, and I'm like really
And
like mad that I said that. Like that's private stuff.
That's I applaud you for that. So I'm going to lose 10, and Wayne's going to lose 15 pounds by April the 1st, and we're going to see how much she weighs. We're going to flash it on the screen during the whole show next Sunday. Okay? Okay, let's go. You started. Let's go. You ready to go into our interview now? You want to keep talking?
I want to go into the interview
all
now.
right. You want to introduce our next guest?
Yes, it is our pleasure to have Narissa Howard on our show. Welcome to the Congo Hour.
Thank you.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Good.
You okay?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Just tell us how old you are and what school you go to.
I'm 8 years old and I go to South Dover Elementary School.
All right. And what grade are you in?
Second.
Second grade. And who did you bring here with you this evening?
My mom.
Your mom. Welcome to the show, Mom. You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Jakira Howard, and I'm Mom. Just
Okay,
Mom
that's,
today.
That's all, yeah. It's not about you. It's
Dag.
not about
Okay,
you.
we can't. It's
Mom
just
today.
Mom. We'll have to have you come back on. Okay, we'll do that another week.
So why did Mommy bring you down to the show this evening, Narissa?
I don't know.
You know why.
What's in your hand?
My book called Princess Day.
That's not a book.
Right. It's not
It's-
just a
it's
It's
book.
not
her
just
book.
a book.
Right.
So you wrote that book?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So what made you want to write a book?
I used to just start telling stories to myself around the house. And I used to do it especially about princesses because I used to think I was a princess too.
Well, you look like a princess. You're beautiful like
Definitely.
a princess.
Thank you.
Your eyes, you have beautiful eyes. So I consider you a princess.
Still.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right. So what was the process of you writing this book? What did you have to do?
I had to sit around and like just think out all my ideas out loud.
I like that.
And who helped you write it? Like, who did you, was it your mom or somebody else came and helped you put all your ideas on paper? What happened?
Well, I have a publisher that lives with me, and we used to just go in the office every single day and have a meeting about my book.
This is incredible.
right?
I know, this is incredible. I mean, just an 8-year-old that wants to really just has that type of focus to sit down and write a book.
Right, and not getting off of her, but this will also deter her from doing evil things. You know what I mean? Because of her upbringing,
Right.
her mother is instilling in her that she can be an author at the age of 8. You understand what I'm saying? So in her mind, to me, like, she can do anything she wanted to do.
Yeah, and as much as she talks, I mean, she's a chatterbox. And that's how it all started. I said, you might as well just write a book. She said, I just might do that. I said, okay.
So bam, here you go, right?
And what's the name of your book?
A Princess Day.
A Princess Day. And what's it about? You want to tell us a little bit about it? Don't tell us everything though, because we want people to be surprised.
It's about a princess who has a birthday wish. She really wants this wish, and it's to go to the ball. But she keeps on asking her parents, but they always say no, except this one time. They said yes, and then she went to the ball, but something bad happens to her, and it ruins her whole birthday. And to know the rest, you have to buy the book.
You're a natural.
She told us.
I was just going to say, slow down
That's
a
what
little
I was
bit.
going to say. Like, you tell a little bit
don't
too
give
much,
it away.
but she knew exactly where to stop. Like, period.
Wow, congratulations. So what's next? What do you want to write another book?
Yes.
Do you have a name for it yet? Or you're not
No.
sure yet? Okay. Wow.
You're going to have to find out.
So
later.
is your book for sale? Are you selling copies of your book?
I think so.
You think so?
What's the website that they can go to purchase your book?
www.norigrace.com.
It's www.
NORIGRACE.
.com.
Nori Grace. And that's where they can find out all about how they can get a copy of your book.
Yes, you can order it online.
How much is it?
$10.
Only $10. Well, we have to give away some books, Wayna.
Okay.
All right.
How you going to do that?
The phone number that's on the screen, is that a number for
Yes.
that people can call to also find out information about the book?
Yes.
Okay. Oh man, this is pretty good. I want to give away at least 20.
But now you got people probably dialing that number already, and you didn't really.
Yeah, no.
You
So
gave it away.
let's give away. I want to give away at least 20.
20. Okay.
Okay. And they can call that number and leave a message?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to give away 20 books to the first 20 callers
Right.
to call and say what? What should they say when they call in order to win the book, Narissa?
I don't know.
That's what they have to say. Call and say, I don't know. Okay? Don't say that.
Oh, she said,
That's all she can think of.
Sorry, hold up. Retake. So what should they have to say, like a special phrase or something when they call, when they leave the message? What should they say?
I don't know yet.
There we go.
They have to do it right now. You have to
They
think.
don't actually say that. I really don't know what they should say.
Oh, okay. Well, does the princess have a name?
Yes.
What's the princess name?
Isabella.
Isabella.
Okay,
That's
so
a
the
good
first
thing.
20 callers to call and leave a message saying they want to read all about Isabella's day. Okay? Is that okay, Narissa?
Yes.
Okay, they can call that and say, but you have to leave that message and say, I want to read all about Isabella's day. I want to read all about Isabella's day, and you will win a copy of A Princess Day. I'm so proud of you. Yes.
That's great.
You want to say hi to anyone who's watching? Your family or friends?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to say hi to my sister,
And what's her name?
Darlena.
Okay. You have a nickname for her?
Yes.
Get ready.
No, you're good. I know. What were you about to say? Muffin. Okay. Hi
We
to
used
Muffin.
to tease her and call her Muffin Pot.
Probably maybe
And she's watching this right now. This is so funny.
they'll be calling me something next week too.
And who else is in the waiting room with her? Don't
My
forget him.
brother Edward Howard, and actually in the book I named the prince after him.
Oh, that was nice of
yeah.
you.
That's great. Okay. Any other shout outs or highs you want to say before we go to break?
Nope.
You sure about that?
Who's your brother named after?
Oh. My godmother, Aunt Cheryl,
Okay.
and my dad, Daryl Howard, and he's actually the illustrator of my
Oh.
book.
She had everybody working, didn't she?
Oh,
She said, y'all gonna be in this house. Y'all gonna do some work, participate.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. So, Mom, you'll let us know who the 20 callers are.
I sure will.
Okay. So,
Here, you'll let me know.
I will let you know.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll make sure that we get those books out to you. So call the number if you haven't already. Call the number that's on the screen to win a copy of A Princess Day. All right.
All right.
Take care, ladies, okay?
Thank you.
All
You're
right. You're
welcome.
welcome. Thank you. We're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be right back.
Good evening and welcome back to the Congo Hour. I hope that you're enjoying it so far. I am getting text messages, emails, and say that Trippy really threw me out there, and
Ow.
they said I'm brave.
Now you are. That's why I said I really applaud. What you going to do next week? I can't. I can't wait.
I'm gonna starve myself this week. Is what I'm about to do.
Yeah, so make sure you tune in next Sunday so we can catch when Wayna and I weigh in, especially when Wayna weighs in.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna have to do is like have the scale like behind the curtain so I can not have anything on to get on to weigh myself because clothes add
Okay,
pounds.
that's not even that. That's not that big.
What?
I mean, you have to look. You have to. I guess
taking my
look
watch off, my earrings
Look
on.
at the big picture. What you're trying to do. You're trying to encourage people to get healthy, and you're being.
Okay. I'm being the guinea pig.
I wouldn't say the guinea pig. You're being the brave one.
Oh,
Okay.
good one,
All right.
councilman.
That's right. Yeah, seriously, I'm really. You better show up too.
Next week,
Yes.
I'll be here.
Okay. All right.
I will. Well, I'm also excited, Trippy, about our next interview because it is it has to gear around men,
All right.
and I think that if men step up to their rightful places in the homes and in the families, that we will see a change in our community. So,
Yeah, you're right.
I'm right.
Yeah.
So, our next guest is Mr. Herb Broadwater, who's coming on to talk about an event, Raising Kings Conference, that's coming up in a few weeks. Welcome to the
Thank you
Congo
very much.
Hour.
Thank you for having me.
I feel like you're on every show lately. You was
You
on a
know,
show last week.
earlier today.
Yeah. I mean, has a
Now
very-
this one
was.
he
probably
has a very
next
important
week.
message.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you
yeah.
definitely gotta
We're
let the
really
people
pushing
know.
this message. We're really excited about all that we're about to launch. And this isn't just a one-time event. This is more the launch event
Okay.
of a series of things that we'll be doing throughout the city. And we're increasing the level of male positivity. And we're engaging the community. Everybody's been talking about all that's been going on in our city. And now, everybody's like, what's next?
Right.
Well, we're answering that call of what's next and engaging community leaders and business owners and just positive brothers in the community to talk to young men and to mentor them and to have that serious, straight up dialogue about life and manhood and what it means to be a man and become a man, what your responsibilities are, and education and entrepreneurship. There's going to be so many facets and things that are going to be talked about and discussed in one-on-one and group and as well as panel discussions for this event.
You know what? I was thinking that, and I pray that you all have done this, that you just don't have men who have a squeaky clean background.
Definitely not.
That they're men that can, be one-on-one with someone that's
Absolutely.
dealing with something.
Who's made some bad decisions.
Exactly.
And yes, absolutely. We have all walks of life that are going to be engaged in this event, and as well as, like I said, the ongoing events and functions and mentorship that we have going on for the Raising Kings initiative. It's not just a Raising Kings, one-time event.
All right. Before we keep going any further, can you just give us the details about the launch?
Well, the launch event is 2 days. The first day is on Friday, and it's going to be a short historical type, assembly on Friday, and it's going to be at PS, at
What
the
date?
historical PS DuPont Middle School.
What date?
January 17th.
Okay.
And then January 18th will be the larger event, and that starts registration early in the morning at 8:30 a.m., and then it'll go on till approximately 6 p.m. Throughout that day, there will be panel discussions. There will be one-on-one discussions with many of the youth that are going to be there. There's going to be a Madden tournament to engage some of the younger youth, and as well as there's going to be a health kickoff as well during midday. Lunch will be served, and we also have some of the HBCUs will be represented as well. So, like I said, we're going all directions and encompassing so many different facets of, manhood and youth and growing up.
Is there a fee for the conference?
It's free to all.
Oh.
Free to all. Register online at iamthevillage.org. Or you can call the number. I believe you will have it posted on the screen. Oh, it's posted now. So, so you can call the number and register as well. But we are encouraging everyone to go online and register.
I guess one of the most important things when there is something as significant as what you guys are putting together is that we reach the right audience.
Right.
Like so many times, like parents who just want their child to be a part of something positive,
Right.
that might not necessarily need it as much as
Somebody
else who
needs
really
it.
needs it.
Really
Like
needs it.
how are we going to make sure that the right audience is there? Like, what do we? how can
Well,
we-
that's one of the things that we're hoping that the community leaders will embrace and help
Yeah.
with as well. Folks like yourself who are ingrained in the community, and some of these youth who would
Right.
definitely benefit from an event like this, as well as, like I said, the ongoing initiatives. Those are the people we would like for you to say sponsor a bus,
Right.
to bring a busload of young men to this event and to mentor them throughout the day and introduce them to some people you may know and have one-on-one conversations, and we really want to know, what are they thinking, what are they experiencing when they're out of our eyesight, and help them to make better decisions as they grow up and make lasting relationships with some of the men in the community who want to see them do well. And like I said, folks like yourself who are always talking to the youth and always engaged in the youth, I'm sure you could probably think off the top of your head, maybe 10 young men off the top of your head. You're like, well, it would be really good for this.
Right.
That's what we're looking for, and that's why we're really reaching out to the public about this event and about the initiatives going forward, because that's the help we need to bring those who really, really need it to the fold.
Is there like an age bracket that you're?
We're targeting, main target is in that middle school era, that very impressionable age, but we're not turning down anyone by any means, because surely there are some elementary kids, and we're hoping that there would be fathers and sons and mentors, uncles, nephews that come together and experience this together and introduce themselves and meet people throughout the community.
Are you still looking for mentors to be a part of this
Absolutely.
also? Okay.
Absolutely. Always looking for mentors, always looking for sponsors to help with some of the initiatives, as well as to other venues that we may be able to reach out to other places within the community as well.
Would you be kind and give the website again? Because we can't put it up, but I want people to be able to.
The website is www.iamthevillage.com.
Okay.
And we're basing that on the premise of it takes a village to raise a child, and it truly does. And in many circles and many communities, we've lost that village mentality or that village mantra that has been so strong for so many years. So we've kind of strayed away from that, and we've seen some of the results of that. So we want to re-engage our village because no one else is coming to save us but us.
That's so true.
Yes, that's very true. I was
Yep.
talking about that earlier. But
I wanted to read
I'm
your.
not going to get into that
I
right
had
now.
wanted to read your. I read your Facebook post.
Post from earlier?
I wanted to
I
read
thought I
it.
blocked you. You can still read my stuff.
Oh, snap.
No, I got it.
You should read it. You should read it on the air. You really should. It was really good.
Because to
Thank
me, it
you.
has to do with what we're talking about
Absolutely.
now as well.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna block you just for that. But
Yeah. Herbs, how else can people help out? Do you need volunteers for
We
anything?
need volunteers for the day.
Okay.
And you can use the same number that you can call and say you want to volunteer. If you're part of an organization, we definitely want your organization represented and involved. If you're part of another nonprofit that wants to partner up or who wants to, engage as well, we're wide open to that as well. But we want all. This is a collaborative effort, and it's going to take way more than just our handful of soldiers that to really make this impact.
Yeah, that's important too. That I'm glad you mentioned that you're open for other
Absolutely,
nonprofits to
absolutely.
come and be
We've
part of
reached
the
out
team.
to Greek organizations, as well as some Masonic lodges, and as well as even the Monday Club, which was mentioned earlier in the in the show. But like I said, several other organizations have expressed interest to be involved in any way, shape, or form that they can.
Okay, that's good. Can you just give us a recap of when and where? And
It will be January 17th and 18th. Primarily on the 18th will be open to the public. The 17th will be for some school-age children, just as a small history segment at PS DuPont, which is here in Wilmington, Delaware. The historical PS DuPont. Many people have attended. Their parents have attended and graduated from PS. So it's an awesome event, awesome venue to really launch this initiative. Like I said, it'll be all day Saturday from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m.
okay, and they can call the number that's on
You
the
can call the
screen.
number on the screen or go to
the website.
www.iamthevillage.org.
Okay.
do you want to read your own post?
I don't know if we have enough time to really
We
get
have
into
enough.
it.
We have enough time
Like
to read it.
We can read it, but
It's good.
It can be Selah. We can pause and think on it, and then maybe next week we can talk more about
Okay,
it.
because I definitely want to really talk about it.
Yeah. So you want to read it?
No.
There are several solutions to ending the violence we are experiencing in our city. So, whether you believe the remedy is policing, political, education, parenting, or community, the first step is to just be a part of it. While I do not know that the Wilmington Police Department can do better,
What I do know, I think it says what I do know.
while I do know that the Wilmington Police Department can do better, it is not the answer. Somehow we need to abolish this culture of violence that we live in. I believe the biggest impact will happen when the community gets involved and puts the pressure on our local government to do better. Better in educating our children, better in rehabilitating our poison population,
Prison. You have a lot of cracks in your screen, but
better in rehabilitating our prison population and those who are hooked on drugs, and better in bringing jobs to Wilmington. And by pressure, I mean like it was done in the 60s.
you know what made me say that? Just real quick, I want to go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead.
Because Eddie was here probably about a month ago, and he was talking about how Bishop Aretha Morton.
Oh, Donald.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I was like, Eddie.
He was talking about how his mom, Bishop Aretha Morton, said that we have lost our passion to fight. Mm-hmm. And back in her era, and our parents and grandparents,
They did. They fought.
yeah, they fought for us, but we don't do that. We place a lot of blame, but I don't really see us like fighting the way they fought for us. So that's what kind of made me say that part. But go
Our
ahead.
hand is out instead of clenched.
Right.
Right. If you want to admit it or not, there is a big money Is that right? There is big money in letting things stay the way that they are, hiring more police, building bigger prisons, etc. Why not put the money into educating our children at an earlier age and teaching them and their parents different values? Do we really want to keep looking up at our young boys and girls?
Maybe locking up. That's another one of them cracks in your screen.
Should we, that's why you should have read, and
should have.
and I don't have
I
my
should
reading
have.
glasses on either. Hush, Trippy.
Yes,
Should we keep holding their parents responsible who may have raised themselves and not know any better? When will we hold those who are pulling the strings, the puppet masters, accountable? The previous generations fought for us. It's time that we do the same for this one. Very good, Trippy. And I apologize for jacking it up.
That's just a Facebook post that I made earlier today. Got a lot of good comments on it. Got a lot of good dialogue. I wish we really had time to really go into it.
So that's what I'm saying. Next week
yeah.
we will.
Yeah.
I'll jot down what people, their comments, and we'll talk about that. And
Okay.
hopefully your dad will be here as well.
I guess my main thing is just really holding people who really can make change responsible. Because so many times we want to blame people who really aren't responsible.
Right.
That makes sense. Like everybody's mad at Mayor Williams, but nobody's talking about Governor Markell.
Right.
And nobody's talking about Tom Gordon. Nobody's talking about the school districts, and nobody.
Right.
It's easy to place the blame on the police and Mayor Williams. Not saying that they're blame free, but let's really talk about who can really make serious change, and let's hold everybody accountable, and let's not just make it where it's convenient. And we don't want to step on those toes that we know we really should step on, whose
Right.
toes need to be stepped on.
You're right.
And a major component to that is that change is going to begin in the homes.
Right.
We're going to have to hold each other accountable, to create better home life, better neighborhoods, better communities, better city. But we're constantly, like you said, looking at, well, it's the man, it's this, it's that, and always talking about it's something else, it's someone else, instead of looking in that mirror and saying, what can I do?
Right.
You're right.
And that is basically the premise for our initiative is what can we do?
Right.
Because we're not waiting for somebody to come and step in and make those decisions for us. We're going to make those decisions for us in our homes to better educate our children. We're going to attend more PTA meetings. We're going to, we're going to raise better citizens to police our own neighborhoods,
Right.
and not just to have a blind eye to all that's going on around you.
And while I think that is key and it's very important, I guess I was just kind of trying to point out the fact that we have to change the system, because the system is really set up for us.
The
to fail.
system is set up for us to be in the system.
Right, and to
That's
be
what it
and
is.
to be a part of, to be where we are now. So
Right.
while it is important that we do what you're talking about too, Herb, I just want to, my main point in that post was just to bring light to the fact that there is a system out there and that it is serious and that it really is created to keep us ignorant,
system.
right? To keep us ignorant. So
It's big money and misery.
it is. So
Yeah.
All right.
all right. So
Thank
maybe
you
we
for
can
coming
talk
on
about
and
Well,
that.
thank you for
sharing.
having
And
me.
we'll definitely
Shucks, man, I thought he
announce
was going
it
to
next
segue
week.
into something
Yeah,
else.
yeah, I know. I
This
want
thing
to.
was
That's
going
why
I
on.
know, we wish we could, but
Come
we
back.
can't.
Come back
But
next
I like
Sunday.
the way
Yeah,
you kind of went
absolutely.
into Sammy's corner, so hopefully Mr. Congo was proud of our segment that
Probably
we just
not.
had.
No, he is.
Don't do
I
that.
say something that we could have done better, but we're going to take a very quick break. See you next weekend, Raising Kings, right?
Yes.
The
Martin Luther
weekend-
King weekend
Right.
after.
The weekend after. So,
We'll come
Trippy,
right back
we'll
with-
take a quick break. I'll do the announcements from over here,
Okay.
and then we can do the funeral announcements.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
be right back.
Good evening and welcome back to the Congo Hour. That was a quick countdown. All right, so for our community news, I want to, this kind of sort of leads into what we've been talking about. There is parenting workshops, healing the home and the community that will start taking place. Orientation will be January the 15th at the New Moyer Academy. It will be every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. and refreshments will be provided. It is free, as well as you will get a free certification. So for more information, you can call 275-8243. That's 275-8243 for parenting workshops. And don't think you have to be a horrible parent to do parenting workshops. I mean, we talk about like before, like kids these days are much different than they were when I guess me or Trippy was growing up, opposed to when like Mr. and Mrs. Congo were growing up. So it'll help you kind of sort of kind of know what children are dealing with nowadays. It's bus time. I'm excited. Our friend Priest Tyer is taking Mrs. Independent to the Merriam Theater, and it's going to be Valentine's Day weekend. There is a bus trip to travel to see Delaware's very own Bria Evans, and the bus will leave at 1 o'clock from Simpson United Methodist Church. For more information, call 559-8551. That's 559-8551. Want to say happy 66th birthday to Miss Edith Pridgeon, who I call Miss Edie Beatty, and God has truly blessed her. Her birthday is January the 9th. She's having a party. Anybody know Miss Edie? Know she loves to have a party. So her party will be January the 10th at the Monday Club, and it's a happy birthday shout out from your family and friends and the entire Congo Funeral Home. And Women of Wellness presents Wow Panel, New You in 2014. I guess I need to come to this since I'm going to be a new me in 2014. It's going to be Thursday, January 9th at 7 p.m. It's a free will offering, and it's at Harvest Christian Fellowship Church, which is located at 3813 Newport Gap Pike. So once again, that's Thursday, January the 9th. And there is an all-star hip-hop party, which is going to be Martin Luther King weekend. It will be Ice Cube, Dougie Fresh, DJ Cool, Fat Joe, EU, and Eve. I wish Trippy was still over here because he could do some of the songs that they sing for you. And it's going to be Sunday, January the 19th at 7 p.m. at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. For more information, call 218-0554. That's 218-0554. And we're going to give away 2 tickets to, you can call the one. Call that number that I just gave you. We're going to give away 2 tickets. And that does conclude our community announcements for today. Going to go right over to Studio B to Trippy for our funeral announcements.
Okay. First, we have Mr. Ronald Thompson, Sr., age. Mr. Ronald Thompson, Sr., departed this life December the 20th. His funeral services were on Thursday, and his burial took place in the Delaware Veterans Memorial Cemetery. Miss Stacy Gibson, age 47, departed this life December the 20th. Her funeral services were also on Thursday, and her burial took place in the Grace Lawn Memorial Park. Mr. Henry Wooten, age 61, departed this life December the 24th. His funeral services were yesterday, and his burial is private. Mr. Leroy Smith, age 82, departed this life December the 27th. His funeral services were also yesterday, and his burial took place in the Grace Lawn Memorial Park. Mr. Mitchell Lane, age 69, departed this life December the 27th. His funeral services were held yesterday, and his burial took place in the St. John Church Cemetery in Newark. Miss Shelley DeShields, age 57, departed this life on December the 27th in Georgia. Her memorial services were held yesterday in Dover. Miss Ronnie Brookins, age 55, departed this life December the 23rd. Her funeral services were held this evening, and her burial is going to take place tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Silverbrook Cemetery. Miss Amber Hugan, age 48, departed this life December the 26th. Her funeral services will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Cornerstone Fellowship Baptist Church, 20 Wesley Boulevard. Viewing will be from 8 to 9:45 only, and her burial will take place in the Rolling Green Memorial Park in Westchester. Mr. Kevin Anderson, age 56, departed this life December the 19th. His funeral services will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Christian Life Center, 1986 Newark Road, and that's in New London, Pennsylvania, and his burial is private. Mr. Donald Baker, age 66, departed this life December the 31st. His funeral services will be on Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Victory Christian Fellowship Church, 100 Wilton Boulevard in Newcastle. Viewing will be from 9 to 10:45 only, and his burial will take place in the Delaware Veterans Memorial Cemetery. Services for Mr. Clyde Williams, age 83, who departed this life on December the 29th, will be announced. Services will also be announced for Mr. Brian Davis, age 35, who departed this life on December the 31st. Services will be announced for Mr. DeAndre Green, age 16, who departed this life suddenly on December the 29th. Services will be announced for Miss Lucinda Hackett, age 70, who departed this life on December the 30th. And services will be announced for Mr. Vincent Richards, age 77, who departed this life on January the 4th. And that does conclude all of our funeral announcements. If you have any questions, please call us at the funeral home at 652-8887. Also, you can always go to our website at www.congofuneralhome.com. All right, thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for Community Crossfire with Storm and Norman Oliver. Storm and Norman Oliver. He has some guests that are on, some very interesting guests too. So it should be a very nice show for once. So make sure you stay tuned. And the winner for what's this, Wayne? I'm sorry. The winner for the All-Star Hip Hop ticket is Sheila Jones. Thank you so much for watching, Miss Sheila Jones. All right, stay tuned for Community Crossfire with Norman Oliver, one of my best friends.